No, they don't like us. They don't like the fact that we question their authority. They don't like the fact that we talk to you guys right now. So I don't think they'll help us at all. They'll try to make it as most difficult as possible because we bring a huge spotlight. You know, if we're gonna read it, we're gonna explain it to people how we understand it, and I don't think they want that attention. And that's probably why most of them have already retired. So yeah, I don't think we're going to get any help. We don't have a victims advocate. She's she's bound by the rules of that
So
court.
in other words, in other words, he's indicating to the people that the reason why Chief Fry retired was for the inconsistencies in the investigation, and it was a chance that someone would have got in trouble. That's what he tried to say.
So if the judge tells her to shut her mouth and don't talk about it,
Where was all this conversation before the deal, Steve?
there's an open investigation of the leak on him. There's an investigation. There's no investigation going on. And you think if
Steve Goncalves just said that it was no investigation about the leak. Why? Because you know you was the leaker and you was working for the prosecution, but you got to make it look like you wasn't. That's Stevie. That's why we call you Stevie Wonder, because you do wonders, huh?
there's an investigation, why hasn't anyone ever called us and asked us where
Look at this smirk. Look at this smirk on his face. Look at this smirk on his face. Listen, I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna take a risk. Look at this smirk on his face. Look, check this out.
able to prove that we got we knew about the sheath and the DNA code his head, all that stuff before. And you think if they're
He's saying that he knew about everything in the investigation way before other people did. He tried to say that he was him and Olivia Goncalves was the one leading the investigation. Ain't that the reason the why Bryan Kohberger got a deal? So they shouldn't listen to you, Steve. So while you saying that, you try to give yourself a pat on the back some way somehow, but at the same time you admitted that you fucked up your own daughter's case. You see how shit works? Do you see how shit works in Jrod point? When you think that you got it all figured it out, and you telling the people something that you believe they're gonna think. But then you have a Jrod on point in true crime that is like, shut up. Steve, I think I'm older than you, bro. You look older than I'm older than you, and you look older than me, bro. You have gone through some bad lies and misfortune. Bad lies and misfortune, bro. Because I really feel for you losing I feel for you, bro, losing a daughter in the way you did. I feel for you. In the bottom of my heart, as a parent, I feel for you, bro. But you putting yourself in a situation looking like this, saying the type of shit that you say out your mouth, and you are do you really think that it's not people like me out here that know all the details in this case, and you saying that you know more details than everybody else, but it seems like you did not? Because if you did, Kohberger would be cooked for the shit that you say out your mouth, Steve. For the shit that you said out your mouth, Steve Goncalves, it was looking like Kohberger was cooked. And somehow it didn't happen. Somehow Kohberger got a deal from the prosecution and you mad. But why you mad? Why you mad, bro? It seems you was in bed with him from the top. Right? Look at his face. Look at it. Look at it.
Gray accused that office of leaking the information, and I don't think they want that attention, and that's probably why most of them have already retired. So yeah, I don't think we're going to get any help. We don't have a victim's advocate. She's bound by the rules of that court. So if the judge tells her to shut her mouth and don't talk about it, there's an open investigation of the leak, and she's a part of that team. She can't talk to us. We brought up the leak in court January 13th. Gray accused that office of leaking the information, and ever since then, we've been able to prove that we got
the same court officer that called you and told you what you knew. The same things that you spread to the media. Yeah. We are about to hear that. We are about to hear that. Yeah. We are about to hear that. Hold on. I need to show you his face too. Hold on.
We got this. We knew about the sheath and the DNA code his head, all that stuff before. And you think if there's an investigation, why hasn't anyone ever called us and asked us where?
If it was any investigation and you see the smirk on his face,
accused that office of leaking the information, and ever since then, we've been able to prove that we got this. We knew about the sheath and the DNA code his head, all that stuff before. And you think if there's an investigation, why hasn't anyone ever called?
You see it out there?
Ever called us and asked us where? And you think if there's an investigation, why hasn't anyone?
You see it out there? It was no CODIS hit. It was no CODIS hit. Big shout out to Twizzle Stick. Twizzle Stick showed up in the chat. Big shout out to Twizzle, the legend. We're honored to have you here. Big shout out to Twizzle. Thank you so much. So much appreciated. Twizzle here. Twizzle say he tired. He tie. He Twizzle, you tired? You tired of the Idaho for Bryan Kohberger case, or you tired physically? Big shout out to Twizzle, the legend. Thank you so much for being here. Very appreciated. Can y'all see Steve Goncalves' smirk on his face when he said that? He knows that it was no investigation about the leaks because they were the leak. In my opinion, let me say that. In my opinion, even though that female content creator say like, I confirmed that Steve Goncalves was not the leak. Whoever said that the leaks, that the Goncalves were the leakers, y'all stupid as fuck. Y'all dumbasses. And I'm over here like, yeah. Whatever you say. Whatever you say, honey bun. Listen, whatever rock your boat, you do that. Ain't no one here gonna talk shit about you. It's okay. You from Ohio, just like me. It's all good. Listen, we are the true crime capital here in Ohio. We have to support each other. We need to support them.